can love him or you can love to hate him. But one thing you'd like to do certainly is get inside the mind of a very interesting man called Salman Khan. I have him today as my guest. Maybe he will help us unravel that mystery. Salman, welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thank you.
Salman, what is this? There is a national industry called psychoanalyzing Salman Khan. Each time something happens, all these articles come out in the media, experts get on TV channels. Who is Salman Khan? What is Salman Khan all about? How does his mind work? I think nobody's got the answer. Give me the answer. What is Salman Khan?
You know, strangely, even I don't have the answer. Is that what I used to be quite some time ago, I'm not the same person anymore. You learn, you watch, you see, you hear, you change. That's what life is all about, growing. And what amazes me, the people who haven't even known me, who don't even know me, analyze me. I think that's one thing first they have to do, is analyze themselves, that why they analyzing, how come they are analyzing somebody who they don't even know.
Well, I mean, people try and find out. I don't know you. I mean, like if I tried a little bit to find out, but I don't know enough to psychoanalyze you, so I'm asking.
Exactly. You. There's nothing. It's every human being basically the same and yet made differently. Everyone's got like 1 to many billion shades to that person's character. Somebody has a little more of something, somebody has a little less of something, but the same basic
So what
thing.
is it that you have a little more of, and what is it that you have a little less of?
I got a little more of love. And with love come a lot of other things.
Like what?
Oh, there's envy, there's jealousy, which everyone has. There's
passion, there is
anger. There's anger, there's everything.
There's a little lack of control sometimes.
No, not really. Being in situations that somewhere I have been in, I think anybody in my situation would have lost it a long time ago. People, the way they egg you on, it is what they see is basically it's nothing. They see one small thing and they blow it out of proportion. So I have never ever lost it or anything like that. And I'm still here, I'm still there,
but
and I will always be there.
Interesting themes, envy and jealousy. How do these work on your mind? Do these work on your mind more?
It works on everybody's mind.
No, but you said if you're full of love, then these work more strongly on your mind.
Yeah, if there's somebody you don't care about, you don't know, you won't get envious or you won't get jealous of that person. You say, ah, take it, chai. But then envy is a good thing, but somewhere envy later on is expressed in jealousy, and jealousy is expressed in hatred. That is one thing I don't have. Jealousy also, I don't have that actually. It's a wrong term that I use. I'm not a jealous person at all. I just wish best for everybody.
So you'd say you're competitive more than jealous? That
is one thing I'm absolutely not.
Huh.
I'm not competitive at all. As far as professional life goes, as far as my life goes, personal life, that is something I don't like to. And there's only one person that I would compete with, and that's myself.
You said you were something, and now you've become, you've changed.
You grow. You grow.
So,
I mean,
yes. So what did you start out as?
For example,
and how have you evolved?
For example, there are these 2 crows out here.
Right.
When I was a little kid, I remember my father showing, "Beta, ye kawa hai, ye kawa hai."
Right.
Huh?
Right. I mean, these 2 birds there. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I know they're crows now. So I mean, from that time to now, I have learned something. That these are crows.
So you don't have to have your father tell you. No, but tell me specifically.
Well,
what
there are sometimes
during your sort of life in cinema.
Pardon?
Now, what has changed with you as a person during your time in the world of cinema?
Nothing. That's yeah. You see, cinema or no cinema, that doesn't make a difference. I just believe that people, you have intelligent people around you, emotional people around you, people who've seen lives, and you talk to them and you listen. That is what changes your life. If you're ready to listen, if you're ready to, that means you're ready to learn.
What gets you angry? You've got this angry reputation. Salman Khan ko gussa kya aata hai? Mujhe bataiye.
Oh, that is not my opinion about myself. That is somebody else's opinion about me. It is those people who don't know me. Like that's exactly what I was talking to you about earlier. That people who psychoanalyze me, it is their stuff. They choose to believe that I'm this very hard-headed, angry guy. But if I've told people time and time and again that I don't want to talk about a few things, and they keep on coming and asking you over and over again, you are bound to say, back off, don't. If somebody's going to come at you for no rhyme or reason, you're going to say, back off, don't. And then you only get angry when they push it to a limit. And I guess everyone will do that. I think you will get a lot more angry than I could ever get. Because I'm in this situation and it happens to me all the time.
But I would get away with much less.
That's true, because you know what, you will not be able to sell those many magazines and those many newspapers.
Well, I will certainly not get so many fans and so many people to come and watch any film that I might appear in. Might be a liability.
Exactly.
But
let's
talk about this a bit more. You say you get angry if people come and nag you.
I didn't say that. You brought it up, so I just said everybody gets angry.
I asked you a question, and you said if you get angry, you tell people back off. I don't want to talk about it. If people keep nagging you or pushing you,
yeah, you get angry, you get upset, you get hurt. Why? When I don't want to, give me my, give me respect. I do not want something. Yeah, I don't want you to ask me something. I don't want to talk about something. Give me that bit, yeah.
But a film star's life is public life. You get so much adulation. Yeah. You are in the public domain, like sports stars, film stars,
But don't you think that it should be their choice also as to how much they want to speak? Well, just because some people have spoken a lot more than they should have spoken, that does not mean that everyone should speak that much. People have different personalities.
Sure, that is to do with the media.
Yeah.
Right. But what about the rest? I mean, you've been caught up in sort of angry situations in situations other than the media.
Like for example, you bring one up. I'll talk.
There are stories about you flying off the handle. You beating up people. You running over people on the street.
You actually believe.
No, I'm not saying I believe anything.
No, but yeah,
if I believe, then I'll say you did it.
No.
Right? I know the cases are in court. Everything is sub judice.
Yeah, and then there are accident cases all the time. It's very unfortunate. And after that, you book me into culpable homicide and stuff like that. So that is quite somewhere unfair, because after my accident, I think there have been 1,000 accidents and 1,000 deaths that have happened. And I don't think anybody has been booked as a culpable homicide. There's one case that's happened in Pune apparently just yesterday, and he was left on a 900 rupee bail. So if they say that we want to treat Salman like a layman, then treat me like a layman. And then I think you're referring to that bit when I was coming out of that ED department and the journalist there. Right. Well, somebody comes and pushes you and does this to you and abuses you and tells you things that you have underworld connections and isko jaane mat dena, isko maar dalna, ye karna, wo karna, and after a person who stood there for half an hour and shot photographs of them.
Is that what somebody did to you?
Yeah, you could see it. They got that whole cutting off air the next day, because in the soundtrack there were people abusing me, maa behan ki gali. So they got it out. You ask anybody. So then if someone's going to behave like that, what do you just keep quiet and say, please, please, please? And I didn't do anything even then. I just turned around. That's all I did. Did you see me hitting anybody? Did you see me slapping anybody? Nobody. Tell me one fight that I've got into. No fights at all.
You are at the top of the heap, but there are many at the top of the heap as well. How come all the others have not got into this kind of, have not built this kind of controversial reputation? Why you? But certainly you have a lot of fans. Why should the rest of the world be targeting you?
I have no clue. See, it's each one. You have a different destiny. I've got a different destiny. I mean, I can put the same question towards you. So why don't these things happen to you?
No, they don't happen to me because I'm not Salman Khan.
No, but that's also not true. Then there are a lot of other people. There's Shah Rukh Khan, it doesn't happen to. There's Amir Khan, doesn't happen to.
But that's the question I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Why? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe if you believe in destiny, then it's written. And upar wala sar de ke sardari deta hai na. From something bad comes out something good. When you're at your lowest best and you can handle that, you know that when you're at your highest best, you'll be like the best.
Do you live on the edge?
I don't live on the edge. I live for today, keeping yesterday in mind.
And tomorrow?
Yeah, well, that works out. If I'm living for today, keeping yesterday in mind. Tomorrow
how are you different from other people you see in the world of cinema? Your peers, I would say Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, I don't even remember the names of everybody, Vivek Oberoi. But how is Salman Khan different from the rest of them? Give me your take.
Salman Khan is different from Salman Khan itself. Every day Salman Khan is changing. The same things that I've reacted to in a particular manner, in the same circumstances, I've not reacted to it at all. Same mood, same frame of mind, same situation.
Give me some examples.
Mm, small example that maybe if I, ask for a cup of coffee and it doesn't come, like at home, I say, "Yaar, coffee bola tha, coffee bola tha, coffee bola tha." And maybe sometimes I may say, "Yaar, leke aana coffee yaar, jaldi yaar." I get irritable. I say, and sometimes I say, "Yaar, kitni baar bolu coffee ke liye yaar?" The same thing, different reactions. So you grow eventually. Sometimes you get immune to some things. Like right now, this whole press thing and everything, I'm immune to it now. I think.
But see, one is being immune, one is growing mellower. Are you?
No,
Are you mellowing?
That thing, no. That thing cannot happen with me because I can understand you talking about me and hurting me. That I can understand that. But with me come a lot of people that you're hurting, and that is what I cannot stand. You're hurting my father, you're hurting my mother, you're hurting. No, whatever's happened, you write. You have all the reasons to write, but do not exaggerate things so much. Do not paint somebody in that bad a light that somewhere deep down you're destroying your own generation.
Were you drunk on the night the accident took place?
No, I was not drunk on that night.
Do you drink often?
Yeah, I drink once in a while. Yeah.
But that night...
Was there something wrong with that? If there's something wrong with that, then I think, the government should ban alcohol.
No, I'm not at all judgmental. You don't want Sharia laws in this country. I'm just asking you as a matter of fact, because there are regulations about how much alcohol you can have in your blood when you're driving.
Yeah, and the beauty was that I wasn't even driving and no one even listened to me about that.
Describe the incident to me. What happened? What was happening? Were you sleeping? Were you talking?
No, I was sitting behind. I was talking to Kamal. Yeah.
And just give me a description of what happened.
Yeah, nothing. We were talking and suddenly we knew that we were down there and people were sleeping there. And I tried to get up the car. I got off the car. People didn't know what has happened. Those guys got up and I tried to pick up those guys who were hurt. And somebody started throwing stones at me. So I got one stone on my shoulder, one on my thigh, one missed my head, one on my back. Got three. Kamal got pelted with 2 stones. And then they saw me and they said, "Salman Baba, Salman Baba, Salman Baba." And then they said that, ab chalo, because yahan se chalo, we'll handle this. I said, "No, I'll take these guys to the hospital." And they said, "No, we'll take them. You just go home and we'll come home and tell you if everything is okay." So I came back home and that was it. And then they said that those people only sent me away, and then this whole thing that it was a hit and run and he was driving and stuff. It wouldn't have made anything if they said that I was not driving, if I was not driving, yeah.
Well, some of that comes as a part of being a star.
Yeah.
Tell me, do you feel bad for people who died?
Of course. I mean, what kind of guy do you think that I would not feel bad for people who died?
No, are you sensitive?
It's unfortunate. It's a very unfortunate thing happened. My car ran over some people, and then it was suddenly, more than that, people asked me as to how it was in jail and stuff. It didn't matter to me. It was like a bad outdoor for me. But what killed me most is that when you see that the person who died, his son, and you see his wife, and you see his mother, and well, we couldn't do anything about it. We've given a lot of money to the court, whatever they asked.
They were very poor people.
Yeah,
but when you say things like it was a bad outdoor for me, it just sounds a little insensitive.
I'm talking about the jail.
Or the jail.
The jail. I'm not talking about this. Whenever I shut my eyes, I never seen that, that the girl's mother.
It's the first time I've seen someone call jail outdoors. I thought jail was more indoors than outdoors.
Yeah, bad outdoor is like outdoor location in the sense that, we go to some places which have nothing and stuff like that. So.
You've done now 2 spells in jail.
Yeah.
How has that changed you?
Well, it gives you a lot of time to think. And that's it. And it's a place that you don't ever want to be in. But I guess that was there for me to be in jail at that particular point in time. I was there. I don't think very many people have been arrested for hunting case or for an accident case. I think I'm one of the very few fortunate ones.
Are you a good role model?
Yes, I think so. You know what? All the gyms are filled with those guys. They're not on the streets taking drugs and stuff like that. They're into bodybuilding. They're into taking care of themselves. That is one thing there. Everyone forgets that.
What you're saying is you are inspiring a lot of youngsters to
isn't that true?
To become fitter or become.
Yeah, that's true. And then like you said, it's an accident. It can happen to anybody. It could happen to you. I mean today they made it sound like it's a crime to be driving. It's that bad for me. I've stopped even driving.
You have?
Yeah. Why? Because God forbid anything happens.
But you haven't stopped drinking yet.
Huh? I drink once in a while.
In
Once in a while.
moderation.
Yeah, yeah. It's all a press thing. You know
so,
what?
So you,
you know,
you,
you know, if
you,
I was
you're
drinking,
never.
if I was drinking that much with the way they say that I'm drinking, I'd had a slur right now. My eyes would have gone all down, and I'd have been all puffy and stuff like that.
6 in the evening, unlikely. You also
but the
a
way
young and fit person.
No, but the way they said.
But Salman completely sober, and Salman with whatever drink he tends to have, right? 1, 2, whatever. You say moderately. Is no different. I mean.
There's no different at all. It's no different at all.
You're at the same spiritual level?
Yeah. I'm a very spiritual guy.
No. I thought with a little more alcohol inside you, the spiritual level
this is one thing.
same.
Now we're talking about this on TV. Now that you brought up alcohol and stuff like that, I'm going to deny it that I don't drink at all. I was just playing with you all this while. You don't drink at all. It was just a thing that people said that that I drink a lot and stuff like that. Maybe once in a while on a get-together or something, I have a few sips. That's what it is, and I don't know why people talk about this.
Very, very good actor. No, nobody can ever deny that.
You know why? Because okay, chalo, what do you want me to say? Yes, I drink a lot. I get pissed and stuff like that. And all my fans should start doing that. Smoke, drink.
Just speak the truth. All your fans should start speaking the truth. That will be very nice for everybody.
I'm speaking the truth.
Salman, you said a while back that everybody makes mistakes, and then it's unfair if other people start magnifying those mistakes or making a big deal of them, either for commercial purposes or out of envy or jealousy. Tell me about some mistakes that you think you've made. All of us introspect.
Some mistakes? Oh, lots of mistakes. Like for one, that I should have not gone to watch a volleyball match and given my TYB exam. That's one mistake I did.
What is TYB?
TYB, my graduation exam. TYB. And I should have.
Why was that a mistake?
Because I wanted to be a graduate. But I'm going to do that. So
now?
Yeah, I should have learned French. I should have read a lot more than I do, and pretty much it. Maybe.
But tell me about some mistakes you've made
in
your cinema career.
You know what? I've never repeated a mistake twice, and that's a good thing. Since you're a human being, you allow one mistake, a small one. So that's from that mistake you learn.
But when you look back on your film career, tell me the 2 or 3 mistakes that you'll never make again, and you've never made again.
No, there are no mistakes at all. Some films did well, some films didn't do well. And either which way, it's fantastic for me. I quite like that because.
But your sort of personal life as linked to your film career.
Yeah, but this I'm not two different people. If I'm upset at home and I'm going to shooting, that's going to show on my face. There's no way that it's not going to show. I can't switch off and switch off. I think people who do that are people basically just give the impression that they're very emotional and they're like you're cool and stuff. It's just that they don't care that much, because how can you in 5 minutes be in a different state of mind and you go to a different place and you're like
you're not an actor in real life.
No, I'm not. It shows on my face in a second.
It shows on your face.
It shows on my face. Even during this conversation that we're having, you will see it on my face. Well, even though I may be smiling and laughing right now,
sure
but you will see.
A lot of viewers would. Now tell me, did you make that call to Vivek Oberoi that made so much news?
You know what? That was it.
Just explain it to me. I mean, I'm not so good at deciphering what you're saying.
Let that go, because I'm not here only talking about myself. You're making me involve people, other people who have families and who have lives and who have
this was a public thing. I mean, he came on.
That is his problem. That's his reaction. My reaction was that.
So reaction was, what the hell? It's no big deal. Is that what you're saying?
Whatever, the way you take it. I've got no problem with little Vivek. To me, he's little Vivek.
But, okay, so we are getting somewhere. Did you make the call to him?
You're not getting anywhere with this.
No, I'm just asking a yes or no.
Huh?
I'm asking a yes or no.
Let me put it this way. That I did make one call. And I didn't get a chance to speak. That was it.
And the rest of it was exaggerated, or?
I don't know. It must be in a particular person's mind, and he must have. That's his thing. For me, it's nothing to do with it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this
Salman,
stuff. I don't know that guy. I don't know his life. I can't comment on anything or anything. I can just tell you what I did, and that was it. And this is the first time I'm actually speaking to you or anybody about this because my father watches your program. That's the reason why. My father
Listen
says...
to your father, he's a very wise
right
man.
now, if my father is hearing this and he says, you know, Salman, just turn around and back off, I will do the same right now.
You know,
if he tells me that go up and jump up from the 12-story building, I will do that.
Salman's a good boy then. Now, you've said many times that you don't care very much about the media because the media cannot build you, cannot destroy you. At the same time, your family, your father, they've said often enough on the media that Salman has a heart of gold, Salman is much misunderstood, Salman's got a raw deal from the media. Where do you stand?
I don't care. I must have got a raw deal from the media, but the media's got a damn good deal for me. They should be really, really happy with me.
In what sense?
In every sense. I mean, how can you, you know, for example, you don't like a person, and that person, you're writing about the person all the time, and you're getting paid for it. And there's that one particular section of media that pretty much very often keeps on doing that. And I'm happy for them if they can.
Tell me the other side of your life. I believe you contribute to charity. I believe you know you.
This is what it is.
I believe you give away part of your earnings to either charity or to the poor.
Yeah, I do that once in a while. Yeah, I do it all.
But never talk about this.
What's there to talk about? That I'm such a good guy. I'm such a noble guy, and I do a lot of charity and stuff. That's my stuff. If I do not talk about my personal life, this is one of the personal things I do. I don't want to talk about that. It comes to my film career, then sure you can ask me. But what are you going to ask me? Either I'm going to say that no, I was not that good in that film. I was brilliant in the film, and you'll think me to be modest one place. You think me to be cocky and arrogant the other place, as an attitude. So the best thing to do is ask my producers, my directors, and what are they going to talk about their hero? They're obviously going to say, no, he was damn good. And a person who doesn't quite like me is obviously going to have a different opinion about me, and yet he will not be able to come out on camera and say it, okay, no, we don't like that guy.
Describe yourself to me in one line. Are you a regular family guy? Are you different? Are you unique? Are you just
sometimes
one of the many siblings in an interesting household?
I don't know about that, brother. Never even thought of it that way, but yeah, this thought did cross my mind that when people, my family say he's like the most amazing brother, he's the most amazing son. Sometimes you feel that when you see your parents going through so much of, shedding so many tears after after you, suddenly you turn around and feel that what is this
Are you a kind
son?
person in personal life?
Depends. Depends who I'm kind to.
Depends on what?
Just depends. I'm okay. I'm not that overly generous, or I'm not, just.
If you got really upset with somebody, would you raise your hand at a friend, colleague, employee?
No. Unless he does that first. And that too, I will check if that guy can beat me up or not. I'll just keep on taking it.
That's fair enough. But you'd say, are you saying you've never raised your hand at somebody, a colleague, a friend?
No,
in anger, passion, envy, jealousy?
No, not yet. I told you, the envy is there, appreciate it, and jealousy and anger, these two things are not there. I just get hurt, and when you get hurt, you react. I don't cry that much, but you feel bad. Only when I see like my own people, like my mother crying, I get tears in my eyes automatically. I have learned one thing from my son, my dog, my son, that sometimes I say, stop it, my son, stop it!
In fact, you said my son, and I thought the film press is going to be agog now.
Yeah, they all know.
This comes out.
I got a dog. He's a French master. He's my son. Learned a beautiful thing, how things can teach you. Is one day I yelled at my son, my son, stop it! Don't do that! Don't do that, my son! Come here! Don't do that! My son's running around. I said, why am I yelling at him? I said, my son, come here. He forgot the yelling in 2 seconds. I said, my son, beta, come here, beta. Come here. And he came wagging his tail. That is one thing that I've learned.
It's a good lesson. Love works much better than anger.
Exactly.
With dogs, or with humans, or with...
Yeah. That is something that...
With friends, colleagues.
I don't have to learn that I know.